after the election was to inspect the beavers machine and stuff. Okay? Now INEC went and said no, that they're going to be reconfiguring, reconfiguring the machine, Now, they went back. Atiku went back and filed one, or would be one. Okay, because eventually it was now, how did they do that? They filed it, and they filed one, okay, asking to participate or watch the reconfiguration because they don't trust INEC. You see this eye? They don't trust INEC. They say we won't watch INEC to do this alteration where they won't do. Because the one where they don't do before, no they good for us. You know they good with the filler. We won't watch them do this reconfiguration. Okay? So that was the filing they were going to do. Which looks like is in order. If you think about it, it looks like it's in order, people. Okay? If you look at it in actual sense, it's the thing to do, knowing who INEC is and what they've been doing. So it will make sense to watch them do that their configuration. Okay? And here now we are saying that they got something going. All of a sudden today we can't hear say they don't pull it back. They say no. They say the court should forget that the event has taken over. These politicians, these politicians, you got to follow them until you get heart attack. Honestly, say event, not only them Sabio, say event don't take over, so there's no need to fight that thing again based on some of the rulings that were on the ground. Now let me remind us of the rulings that are on the ground. They went before. He was the first person that went to court after the election. Okay, he was the first that went. Then P2B followed. I think it was 2 weeks today that he went and did that filing. Okay? Which is to inspect the beavers machine and the electoral result. P2B joined and filed the next day, Thursday. Okay? He was also granted the same access. Okay, to inspect the machine and inspect the electoral results and stuff. Okay? So when they were granted that by Justice Ikehe, the appellate judge justice, that now has been moved to Port Harcourt, to Rivers State. Okay, so they were granted that. INEC now consent say problem, don't they? INEC went back. So this now them tell you to go to court, and for them to say go to court, that means say their elder brother they there. INEC say their elder brother they that court. Where did they ask you to go? How do we know that? Okay, let's see. Now, if they come go say, what are you doing? They went back to the appellate court. Come call Joseph. Say, Joe, what are you doing? You know what you just tell these people to do? Do you understand the consequences of what you just did? Before Joe go do him, they carry Joe go Rivers. They send Joe to Rivers. Before Joe go do him, they don't move him. They don't move him. Before he go do another kind of rule, any of that kind of ruling again. Okay, so he was they went there and say no, that they cannot. First of all, that they need the machine to be able to run the election. Remember, this election was supposed to hold last weekend, the 11th. Okay, so they say they need the election for this year. For the election, they need the machine for the election last weekend, so that if they release these machines to these people, it's going to affect their, their operations and everything. Lie. Court said, okay. It be like say you guys are making sense, okay? And not only that is we're not going to give them the machine, but we want to change some things in the machine. We want to reconfigure it so that we'll be able to use it for this election, this governorship election. People say what? Atiku say, reconfigure. They say, we need to do some rewiring of the beavers. The context say we have to rewire it because if we not rewire, we not go carry the first the former result will not go do there. We go begin to use them for this. You go mess the whole thing up as if they are not even already messed up. Court to say, but I say you guys, they make sense. So, okay. Make una go the wire, yeah. But if not the wire, what happened to the other one? The results that are in there, they say, don't worry, we get back office. We get back office where we will store everything. We will store everything. Trust. You don't know me, man. You forgot who I am, Mahmoud Yakubu. The erudite, the professor. You forgot? The most honest man that you guys entrusted this thing in his hand to do. You forgot? I got back office where we go store this thing. Everything is going to be intact. That's what they talk. Call to counsel. Go ahead. Obi people can't cry. We can't cry. Everybody can't they cry. Say, now waiting be this. We don't go. We don't finish. They say, don't make una no worry. Say now we behind neck. We are looking out for the people. We are looking out for the people. That's what the thing come here. Since that day. And I can't go back, can't begin to do this reconfiguration. Now my think you say, no, I won't watch them to do this thing and not trust them. You know, they say no, they can't watch also. This is the argument. And look at how compelling it is. And the court bought it. The court bought the argument, this argument they're making now. And this was why, when Obi people went back to court the next time, they denied them what they were seeking. They denied them the next time they went to court seeking for this BVAS machine to inspect the results, because originally the court had given them permission to do a forensic. Okay? Go inside that machine and get every information you need and stuff. The court, you know. But now these people come back and they say, no, if we give them that means we don't expose these people now. It's a bit say this election was a secret ballot. Listen to this INEC people. I tell them, I say, their eye there for our neck. Listen, look at the argument. They went to court, they said, no, if you give them this access they're looking for now, that means we are revealing their identities. Remember, that's what these guys went seeking for. Because they wanted to know who voted and, you know, who voted and all those things. Obi people. And now they were denied that because these guys went and said, no, if we release this information now, that means they will know the identity of who voted and where they voted for. That is not supposed to be so. So not only us, we behind next supposed to know who voted and voted where. You see that argument? That is how the court denied Obi people that thing, because we've been wondering what happened. Why did they lose that second? Because it's what it is. They lost that second one. They went for seeking. That's how it was ruled in favor of INEC. And that is why now INEC don't go do everything. They talk about back office and whatever. They don't go do everything now. Come back yesterday. Tell them, say, come now, we'll give you everything. I told us yesterday. I said, when they say to you, stop, they run. If they say run, come. And these lawyers went yesterday begging. We came to inspect. Can you be able to give us, I said, remember we have this ruling to inspect this. And I said, no, don't worry, everything is in order. Because they don't finish the cooking. So for us to see what is happening now behind closed doors. So that Obi them were seeking. They didn't get it. And this is the argument the INEC was made. This is the argument the INEC people made to the court. That releasing this information to beat them, or having them inspect this thing, that they're actually going to release information of the people that voted. You know? So right now, to be honest with us, it's not looking good. This, 7 days remaining. 7 days remaining. I'm still highlighting this, I'm still saying this. 7 days remaining. It's not looking good. I'm saying it to us right now. INEC is getting their way. It's getting their way. I know we are all banking on this weekend, but by this weekend, the status will be the status will always be gone by this weekend. And we've not heard that the legal team are doing anything. They are filing papers to even extend these things. We've not heard of any extension they are filing for anything. We've not heard that. To me, that's what they need to start doing now. Start seeking for extensions and stuff like that. Okay? So that is what is happening. That was why this guy can't withdraw. That's why Atiku withdraw that the congregation they wanted to watch. So now nobody now saw them. Nobody even know what they did. Both parties, everybody, nobody knows what they did, how they did this congregation. Nobody knows. So, you see, I'm speechless now. Not be me the talk, now something the talk now. I'm really speechless. With what is just happening, what I just told us now, I'm really speechless and I'm troubled. And you should be. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, you should be reasonable minds. Okay? So, let me quickly throw this in. And it's because of this INEC issue. Okay, that's why I'm going to throw this in. You know the professor that was accused, the professor from UNICA, University of Calabar, that was accused, I think his name is Mr. Felix Akpan. He was accused of manipulating the results in Calabar. You know how, I don't even understand how this thing happened. Why there are professors they can't use as a resident agent for these INEC people, INEC idea. Everywhere we can't hear saying like professors. What happened to the traders? What happened to Akada people? What happened to the ordinary Nigerians? They can't use these professors, and we saw how these professors now all went to bed with them. Because we're hearing all these things, all these manipulations that took place all over the place, it's all these professors. All these professors, from the head professor to the state professor. Every one of them that were professors professored our result. So what reaching us today, okay, that Mr. Felix Akpan was found dead. The guy done mud. Yeah, in the mud. Yeah. I don't know if he mud or if the mother. he be like said the mother. Yes. Mr. Felix Akpan is no longer with us. I don't know if I'm happy to report or regret to report. I don't know which one. But to fill the void, which one they good for you feel, as you feel about Mr. Felix Akpan. If what you guys are alleging that he did. Okay? Thank you. I'm speechless too. Very sad news. I can't believe Nigerian government. Talk to me, my sister. That's what it is. That's what it is. But yes, Mr. Felix Akpan, the manipulator, the great professional manipulator of a professor. They said the man done murder. Said they found him dead in his apartment. So Ibila said some people came there ahead of some people. Ibila said some people got there before some people. But we don't know who got there first. And we don't know who was coming second. But some people were supposed to come. And eventually, the one that got there first did the unthinkable. Mr. Felix Akpan, may you rest in peace. In as much as you didn't want to give Nigerians peace, but may you rest in peace. Okay? Yes, they say a stab wound. Say they stab him. That's how he died. Mr. Felix Akpan is no longer with us. I regret to announce. And I don't even know if he deserves to be. But we are called to, we are called to have a heart. So, yes! Mr. Felix Akpan, yes, is no longer here. Make it as in they get to where he's going, let him continue the manipulation of results. Okay? So now, let me come back to the last topic we have for the evening. Okay, this topic, as a matter of fact, I want every one of us that are on and that will be coming in to actually pay attention to what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say. To some people, it may not come well. To some people, but I want you to be as objective as you can. Putting all political, prejudicial feelings aside. Okay? look at what I'm about to say now from the fence. Sit on the fence. So you can be able to weigh it from both sides. Okay, I'm talking about the thought of the rational thought and irrational thought as it affects our elections and our governance. Okay, rational people they look at things and they look at things with facts, notwithstanding. So what we do say, it doesn't. Who you don't look at who you don't care about whose horse is God. Okay, so basically acting like you don't have a dog in the fight. Okay, so you are coming from the seat of unbiasedness. When you are thinking rationally, you are looking at the facts as it is to make a conclusion. But when you are when you are thinking irrationally, you are looking at things from the place of emotions and sentiments. Okay, so why am I bringing this up? Why am I bringing this up? The reason why I'm bringing this up and the reason why I want us to look into this, and this thing affects our daily lives also. I want us to honestly look into this. This thing affects our daily life, how we look at things. It affects our daily life, but I'm just going to direct it to this electoral process and this election. I'm going to direct it to that. The reason why I'm also bringing up this is because and I happen to be in some of our forums, okay? I happen to be in some of our forums, and in some of these forums, if you see what people who don't know each other, mind you, people are writing. People are writing. If you see the kind of things people are doing, calling each other names and all kinds of things, supporting somebody they don't know. Not knowing the person personally, but actually understanding the person as it regards to the argument they're making. But because of the fact that the person is this in this political party or that political party, so most times we end up choosing the wrong person. Like I say, some of this thing might rub some of us wrong, but I want us to look at this look at it as what it is. The person you are supporting now, minus our principal. Why did I say minus our principal, Peter? Why do I say minus him? The reason why I say minus him is that in the scale of things, we've weighed him, sieved him, shake him. We've done everything we can, and we now can all say that was why we all got attracted to him. Every single one of us. Not because he has dealt with us personally, or we are getting anything personally for him, as in most psychophans do, okay? But because of his person. And we're using his past to profess the future on what we believe he will do for Nigeria. This man has not been the president before. He has not run the president, nothing. But we're using his past. And we're saying he's going to be the best for Nigeria. And that was why all. So people, and I believe that it was not because of tribal sentiments or anything like that. For me, no. No. When I looked at the three people involved, I said, this person is going to be the best for Nigeria. Based on where they came from. And based on what the other people have done and stuff. And what they are doing, even as of present. And I want us, when we're making decisions, to be this rational. To look at things that way. The same way we've judged the principal. This Peter Obi that has made us now to clamor, to rush, and embrace our Labour Party. Because, mind you, a few months ago, nobody was talking about Labour Party. Nobody knows anything about Labour Party. The Labour Party was even an NPP. An NPP was even a bigger name than Labour Party, the Kwakwanso Party. And that was why people were saying, when Peter was about to leave, people were saying that, thinking he would go to NNPP. So it was Peter Obi that gave Labour Party life. And all of a sudden, all of us now became LP. LP, 71, LP, 72, LP. That LP. That Olive Road now is now like a household that looks like is an old political party. No. These are all Peter Obi's effect, and because of his person. Because of his person. That was why every one of us started rushing to Peter Obi and claiming this LP we are claiming now. PDP used to be the darling. If Peter Obi was in PDP, it would have been a different thing. As a matter of fact, any party that Peter Obi has gone to, of course I want you, and that's exactly how I want you, that's the lens I want you to view, these guys, you people to view this thing with, what I'm talking about now. Any party Peter Obi had gone to would have had the same effect. So it got nothing to do with the political party, but it got something to do with the person. And that brings me to what I'm talking about now. Every single one of us that is making a judgment now, are you doing it based on political party? Are you doing it based on the person? Because right now, we know. Because you see, when you are irrational, you tend, to avoid the truth. When people are irrational in their thoughts, in their ways and stuff, they tend, any truth is secondary. Truth is secondary. Because they're being run by emotions and stuff. And this thing has affected us, our political choosing, and also our governance after that. It has affected us so very much. Like I said, I want you to also look at this discussion and take it to other parts of your life. But for this discussion now, it's politics that I'm talking about. Because look at what is, like I said again, in one of these forums that I'm talking about, the discussion there mostly is Imo State. They're talking about, it has been, for the past few days now, it has been about Imo State governorship election. That is not even here. But people are about to kill themselves on that forum because of this thing that I'm talking about. And these players that they keep on mentioning their names and throwing up there, some of these people are old players whom on a regular day you won't even want to deal with them. But because now they've gingerly slide into LP, because they know that LP is the trend now. They know that LP is the trend. You have people that lost the election in other parties, There was a reason why they lost the election in the other parties. They were rejects in those parties. And what did they do? They slide into LP. And we are celebrating them. But you rejected them in the other parties where you met them before, where you dealt with them before. You were saying no to them. But now they're in LP, they are now the gods. Everything about them now is okay. I know that LP is still the party. I know that. But I want us to, for once, be honest to our feelings. So that we don't make mistake and come back tomorrow and start biting ourselves again. This thing has affected our governance. What I'm talking about now. Where we choose things based on sentiments and emotions. We don't look at things rationally. We don't look at things and say, this is the fact, this is the true fact about this person. Because Obi is the only person we've judged with facts. Think about it, people. Obi is the only one, the principal of this party now. He's the only one, and that is why you came to him. That is why you wanted him. But the same sieving that you gave him, the same scale that you used to weigh him, are you using the same scale to weigh the rest of the people that are coming under him? The rest of the people that are coming now, slowly sneaking into LP to get this ticket, are you weighing them with the same scale that you weighed Obi? Because if most of them are Obi, or if Obi is most of them, you will not take him. You will not take Obi. I'm telling you right now. And I want you to be honest to yourself and to your conscience. As you start preparing, God knows I want LP to go through. I want LP to go through because the reason why I want LP to go through is this. I'm believing that Obi's persona will rub off them. That's why. But if it's just for them, If it's just for these people, some of these people we see now in LP, now to the now. If it's just on them alone, in what we know about them, both the activities in the other political parties and stuff, and what they've done so far as even people that had represented us in the past, okay, we will say no. But me now saying vote down the road with LP. The reason why I'm saying that is I'm believing that Obi will go in there. And when Obi go in there, Obi is going to checkmate every single one of them. Because they are going to represent their principle. They're going to act like their principle. That's the only reason for me I'm doing this LP all through. Besides that, some of them, no. Honestly. Some of them, there are some better candidates. People with pedigrees that are an opposite party, and we know that. Obi was one of them. For the people that did what they did to Nigeria, they know that Obi has a better pedigree when it comes to governance and everything. Obi had a better pedigree. But because of the same thing I'm talking about now, party allegiance and all these things, you know, now they went and did what they did to the nation. So please, I want us, the discussion now might be a little late. It might be late, what I'm saying now. But I want us in our times to reason like this, to think of what I'm saying, and apply rational thinking and thought when we come to making decisions regarding issues. Personal lives, yes. Political, yes. Church, yes. You know, even when it comes to issue of societal issues and stuff, yes. There's nothing like being on the truth side of things. Calling it as it is. As I'm here now, calling us as it is and telling us as it is. And if you know me for that. It doesn't matter to me if it's, because this is why some people, they will see something going wrong. And they will turn a blind eye because it's them or it's their person. And they will not call it as it is. Politically, we've made that mistake so many times. We've made that mistake so many times. My question is, are we to make that mistake again? We know that the people that did this selection are already making the mistake. And we pray that it doesn't stand. Because unless God does his thing, it will hurt the nation as we feel and know. Okay? What has just happened with this presidential election? We know. Because some of those people, minus whatever they were getting, or whatever personal attachment to the person, know that he was not the right person for us at this time. For so many reasons. For so many reasons that are as obvious as anything. They know that Jagaban is not the right person for Nigeria at this time. If we were looking for a ceremonial president, yes, Jagaban, yes. But we are looking for a technocrat. We're looking for a working president. Somebody that's going to just keep the ball rolling. That from the first day he will roll his sleeves and get to work. I don't think we see that in Jagaban. I don't think we see that in Jagaban. With all due respect, Your Excellency, I don't think we see that in you. You know, I don't even know why you're coming to run. Why you're coming out to do this to the nation? Because you're gonna be making a lot of trips to France to go see those people at the ho. You're going to go do that. And the Nigerian problem now, they're too much for you to carry, sir. I know you think you have some people, but honestly, the people you have they are the worst of the worst that we can think of. At least the ones we've seen so far. Because they were not honest to the cause of Nigeria. And that was why they said to you, you are perfect for us. That was the first and the biggest lies, sir. So I don't even know. I'm being as candid as I can be. I know somehow, yes, this tape will get to you because I heard that one of my tape has gotten to you. You know? And I know this one will also get to you. So I'm saying to you, sir, with all due respect, you are an elder statesman, you've paid your dues for the nation and everything, but not the Nigeria we have now, the Wahala, they too much for you, sir. That one alone will cause you heart attack. The wahala for this nation. Now. Honestly. And this is the reason why you are not celebrating. And your people are not celebrating because they know. They know the truth. I'm talking to you, sir. With all due respect. As you're a citizen in a foreign land. The Jagaban, well, I wish it's a different time and season that you are coming in. Or they're trying to do this imposition on us. But this is not the time. This is not the time. Honestly, this is not the time. But what can I say? We're hoping that, the wish of the people will be done. So overall, again, in closing, I want us to, in thinking and making decisions, please, I'm saying to us, let us be rational. Let us look at the whole thing. Like I came out today and I talked about, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu. I talked about him from a different perspective, as you guys can see. Okay? I call this as it is. The things I spoke about him today are facts. So I put my sentiments aside and stuff. But if I still want to be irrational, I can blind myself to whatever that has happened in the last day or two by his camp. Okay? But, that is completely being disingenuous. You know what I'm saying? And really, if every one of us will start calling things as it is, mostly political decisions, okay? Because the whole cat is in front of us. The whole cat is in front of us to look at and, and said, okay, this and that and that. Okay? So we cannot look at the truth and we turn a deaf ear or turn a blind eye. When the truth is glaring, we can see the truth about that person or that situation. And because it's not in our political party or it's not whom you are favoring and stuff, you will not see the truth and call a spade a spade. Let that be the last word for us tonight. Let that be the last word. Okay? We're coming back again tomorrow. So for the time being, thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. It has been quite a day. We are getting closer. We are getting closer. Every single one of you, come out this Saturday, please. And, justify your voting of 2-3 weeks ago. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I thank you, every single one of you that are on and all that are becoming. Like I said, you guys are on, but we have a whole lot that comes on. And all the forums where our tapes are being shared, I thank every one of you for the patience you are having with all these tapes and stuff. Okay? I thank you, people. Continue to share our tapes.